Welcome, and thank you for listening to today's episode of Medical Device Global Market Access by Pure Global. The host here, and today we're exploring the critical differences in how Class 3 and Class 4 medical device classifications are interpreted across various countries. Understanding these variations is key to a successful global regulatory strategy. Medical device classification systems aim to categorize devices by risk. But the definitions for high-risk categories like Class 3 or 4 diverge significantly worldwide. A device's class in one nation doesn't guarantee the same elsewhere, leading to different regulatory hurdles. In the United States, the FDA uses three classes, I, II, and III. Class 3 is the highest risk, covering devices that sustain life, are implanted, or pose unreasonable risk, typically requiring a pre-market approval, PMA. The US has no Class 4. The European Union's MDR features a four-tier system for general devices, Class 1, 2A, 2B, and 3. Class 3 is also high risk, including devices contacting the heart or central nervous circulatory systems, or those with biological effects or absorption. The EU has no Class 4 for general devices, though IVDs have a separate A to D scale, with D being highest risk. Canada, under Health Canada, has four classes, I to 4. Class 3 devices are high risk, such as long-term invasive or absorbable devices. Class 4 represents the highest risk, including devices for the central nervous or cardiovascular systems, or fetal monitoring. All require licensing, but Class 4 faces the most stringent review. China's NMPA uses three classes, I, II, and 3, with Class 3 being high risk, akin to US and EU Class 3. China does not use a Class 4. Saudi Arabia's SFDA employs a four-class system, ABCD, based on the GHTF model, with Class D as the highest risk. Mapping these to other systems Class 3-4 requires careful attention to differing definitions. Why these discrepancies? Countries define risk differently and have varying numbers of classes. Class 3 is the peak risk in the US and China, but not in Canada. Class 4, or Saudi Arabia. Class D. Regulatory requirements for the same nominal class also vary. US Class 3 needs PMA, while EU Class 3 needs a CE mark via a notified body. For example, a heart valve might be Class 3 in the US and EU, but Class 4 in Canada. The practical impact for manufacturers is clear. No direct classification equivalence exists internationally. Each market requires individual assessment. A robust global registration strategy must adapt to each country's unique system. In essence, Class 3 or Class 4 lack universal meaning. Their interpretation, risk level, and regulatory pathway depend entirely on the specific country. Always consult the official guidelines from each regulatory authority for accurate classification and compliance. If your company needs assistance navigating these complex global market access pathways and understanding how your device will be classified in different regions, we invite you to check out Pure Global. Thank you for listening to Medical Device Global Market Access by Pure Global, and we'll see you next time.